Well, we're going to get into DC Pulls right here, right now, because you're right. The FOC is soon approaching. It's fast approaching. And one of the convenience factors that's a bummer is that you lose the Pullbox system, which is the easiest way to order comic books. And with Marvel soon moving to Penguin, I suspect we may be in the same boat for Marvel. So things are about to get really, it's a little bit of a bummer. It's going to be okay
for now. For now, we're carrying on as is until we figure something else out.
You are downplaying the amount of work that you do, Ryan, because Fire Guy Ryan, this gentleman, every single month is taking the convenience problem and throwing it in the dumpster. He's tossing it out.
Lighting it on fire.
He is Fire Guy Ryan it, putting the cheese pita in the toaster thing.
Yes.
And lighting the office on fire. What do I mean by that? He is manually creating the DC pull list for every single box customer of Mill Geek Comics. Amazing. You are doing...
That soundboard, it's so good.
Dude, I'm just getting started, comic fam. All right, so what we do is we have a LCS that we support. Newsflash, it's a member of our show.
It's Russ.
It's Russ Bright, the comic sensei.
Sitting here.
That's right.
On this book that no one was specking on.
And Russ is an amazing person. He provides a lot of value to the comic book community every single week. He hosts random shows, but specifically the Trending 10, one of the most successful shows we put out. And he has a LCS in Mill Creek, Washington.
Where we live.
It's called Mill Geek Comics. It's a pun.
I get it.
It's fun.
It's a pun.
It's a little bit of a pun. But here's the thing, comic fam. First off, a recommendation, if you don't have a pull list, go to your nearest LCS. Pull up Google, type in comic book store, take a look at how far it is. Really consider if you can support your LCS. It is so important. Ryan, tell them why.
Because that's where comic books come from.
It's where comic books come from, and it's a difficult business.
It is.
Support your local community.
Pretty tough.
All right, but there are only like a little over 2,000 stores, like something like 2,400 or whatever.
That number, unfortunately, seems to be going down, especially in COVID times.
It's a bummer. So if you do not have a local comic shop near you, check again. If you have a local comic shop, support them, give them a visit, pick up your pull list. If things aren't going well, give them a second try. Give them a third try. Things happen.
Sometimes the people that work there are grumpy and they're not friendly. Maybe they're having a bad day. So you got to go in a second time and be like, hey, you were a butthead last time, but I'm here again to try you again.
And point me towards Batman, damn it.
Exactly.
All right. So once you have exhausted those types of things and you are about to not read comics, hold up. We got you covered. You can go to millgeekcomics.com, click the Patreon link, support Mill Geek Comics, and for $10 a month, the community gets free shipping on their comics within the US. It's a discount if you're international, but we will make sure you're taken care of. We do have international peeps. Now, this is not the mail call.
That is an important distinction to make.
Completely different. No. This is the Mill Geek Comics shelf. You will be working with Russ and Ryan, because he works at Mill Geek Comics. And what Ryan does every single month, because DC does not have a traditional ordering system like we used to, he curates all of the catalog onto a website where you can click through them similar to how you used to be able to see what's coming, what covers there are. It's not as great as Pullbox was, but we are working on it. Comic fan, this takes us hours and hours and hours to do this.
Lots of tedious work, which
That's right.
I usually enjoy, but there's a lot of it.
So once you sign up, there's a little bit of a process. We have to get you signed up with an account, and then you have access to be able to do what we're about to show you right here, right now. So let's actually take them to...
We're going to show you what the DCPullbox.com website looks like.
Can you believe that we got that?
We
bought that domain.
Was just kind of hanging out, and
we own DCPullbox.com.
For now, don't tell anybody.
Tell DC.
Right? Is that how that works?
It's gonna cost money.
Right.
All right, come on.
Hold it ransom for them.
Come on. Where's that Batman money? Let's do it. All right. So this is what you will see when you are on
Joker has that Batman money
DCPullbox.com. That's right. We are looking at. Here, give me 2 seconds here. We are looking at right now the first comic that I have added to my cart. I've already done a lot of the legwork on this one, but the catalog, I'll give you a quick little peek here. Looks like this.
That's the website.
This is the website. And look at what we're looking at right now. Holy smokes. It looks like a website you can actually click through.
Scroll up for me. When you get there, you want to make sure you're on the current DC Connect
let's show them how to do it here.
Catalog.
You go up to the top here where it says catalog.
Right.
DC Connect 12. And this is Ryan's. This is what like
This
Ryan
is all
puts
the
a
work
bunch of
I
work in.
do at the end of every single month. I upload all of these books for every upcoming month.
That's right. And we're first going to be talking about one that I did add to my cart. You can actually see it here in the corner. If I move the screen, there's a little thing that right there that says there's 8 things in our cart right now because I'm ordering these books and I want to show the comic fam that I'm like legit interested in these and I'm putting the orders in and you can do for a couple days. All right. So Superman, Son of Kal-El, #1. This right here is not a discontinuation of Superman, but a change in the title, one that hasn't happened in decades. We have a homage to Superman #1, and it is not following Clark Kent. It's following the son of Kal-El.
Jonathan Kent.
Jonathan Kent, his son. Now, hit us with a little bit about what you expect and why you're excited about this one, Ryan.
So Superman, for various reasons, has to go off planet to do some Supermaning somewhere else in the galaxy. And he's kind of worried about Metropolis and planet Earth. So his son is kind of in his, late teens now.
Right.
He's kind of grown up. So he decides to kind of protect Earth in Clark Kent's absence. So now this book, it's not called like Superboy or whatever it would have been called before. He has grown up. He has graduated. He is now Superman, son of Kal-El.
That's right. We are actually talking about a new protector of Earth. We're talking about a new Superman. How exciting. And it's going on the pull list. All right, now
I
let's
believe
chat.
these books, it should say on here, but I believe these books are coming out in July.
I believe so.
In store July.
That's right.
20th.
All right, let's take a look at this one here. I've been very excited about this one, and it's done by John Paul Leon. This may be his last work.
Don't want to say for
published.
sure.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but this is definitely a big comic for more reasons than just it sounding amazing.
Yes, this is a one shot. It's if you're reading the current Batman Catwoman book, this is called Batman Catwoman Special #1, a one shot. It's written by Tom King, and it's technically, I guess you can consider it a tie-in to the current Batman Catwoman 12-issue series he's got coming out right now, but it's more like a one-shot examining how Batman and Catwoman, I almost said Batman and Superman, Batman and Catwoman met and fell in love.
Yeah, this is a narrative that showcases that Selena Kyle actually knew Bruce Wayne before she became Catwoman, and you're actually seeing a bit of their life. We're going to see a more filled out narrative, and if you liked what Tom King did with
A lot of
these
people
characters
did it.
before,
That's kind of what I feel like it needs to be talked about. Like the Tom King run, it got mired in a lot of love drama, especially in the back half with Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and all that. And after he ended his run and passed the torch to James Tynion, he started writing Batman Catwoman, like a 12-issue miniseries. But even that book, I don't know if you're reading that, but that one has a lot of trippy timeline stuff happening. It's like in the past, the future, the present. It's not necessarily just like what you would expect. It's not like a love comic so much. So this one feels a little more examining what the origin of their kind of relationship was.
absolutely.
It's a risk. I'm not the biggest fan of love stories, but it's a one shot. It's Tom King. So I like him.
Well, this next one, Batman Secret Files Huntress #1. It's a one shot, kind of. I mean, this was the backup story. There's a Huntress backup story in the was it Detective Comics?
It's the most recent Detective Comics issue.
That's right.
Had a chapter 1 of like an ongoing like backup Huntress story, and I don't really have a lot of experience with Huntress, so I didn't think I would like that. I almost didn't even read that backup story.
And we need to be describing some of these covers for the audio fam. Forgive us. We are back at posting these audio only versions, so we need to
Gotta factor in you guys.
There's a good amount of members who just listen to us while they're doing stuff, and we appreciate every single one of you. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, we would really appreciate the positive rating. That goes a long way for the
If
algorithm.
you're listening to us in the car, pay attention while you drive.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
forget your turn signals.
Yeah, that's really important. We know that because Ryan was
Don't hit
sharing
anyone.
with us last time before the podcast about how he was looking at an accident and freaking hit someone.
Look at that dumb guy got in an accident. Bam. Right?
Bam.
Yeah,
it happens.
that was
All
fun.
right. But no one was hurt. All right. Well, what we're looking at is what I thought was a Joshua Middleton cover.
This is a very pretty cover
It is gorgeous. It's Huntress just looking stoic. And
by Irvin Rodriguez. It's an artist
Man.
I'm not familiar with, but this cover is really good.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be following this artist. I'm going to look up some other things he's done because this cover is like reeled me in.
So this one shot is written by Mariko Tamaki, who's actually writing Detective Comics now. So it's good to have a little bit of continuity. And the most recent, like I was saying, the most recent Detective Comics backup story was about Huntress. Mm-hmm. And that was like chapter 1 of this story. This story arc is ending with this Batman Secret Files right here that we're looking at. So if you want the end of that story, you need to make sure and put this one shot on your pull list.
All right, let's take a look at the next one because this one looks ridiculous. So this is a compilation, Joker Harley. Ooh. This already came out, but this is a hardcover black label book, and its format is going to be stunning.
How do you feel about Black Label?
Dude, I'm digging it.
We talked about it like way back when they first announced it, and it was just like Batman Damned.
It wasn't as exciting as I hoped it would be, but the books are so damn good. I'm very happy.
I was worried because remember when they first announced a Batman book, there was a Joker by Jeff Lemire. Mm-hmm. There was a Harleen book, which was really good.
Sure.
And then there was a Joker Harley book, and I remember feeling like, ugh. Like let's get.
But how do you feel now that you've read them all?
They're all really good, which is what I was not expecting.
It's really next level stuff.
And those were all 3-issue series, but this Joker Harley book went on for like 9 issues or something. It was longer, and I didn't read it until it was all done. They just wrapped up recently.
Well, the thing about this one in particular is that you're seeing a Harley Quinn that is, she's not Harley Quinn yet, and you're seeing a lot of narrative prior to the kind of crazy.
She's working with the police trying to like find this serial killer who is the Joker. So you get like half the story from the Joker's perspective, half the story from Harleen's perspective because she's not crazy yet. She's working with the cops trying to like hunt down the Joker. And it's also written with the help of like an actual doctor.
That's right.
So you get a lot of like psychoanalysis stuff.
And this one is actually going to be in prestige format, correct?
The single issues were, the big books.
Yeah, they were just like the other black labels.
Yeah. Not all the black labels, but yeah.
But a lot of them.
Most of them were big juicy boys.
Okay, this one's very simple. We don't really need to hype this up much more than it already has been. But this Joker comic book done by James Tynion is fantastic, especially because they chose to not make it just about Joker. This is about the hunt of the Joker.
It's really a
hunt
Commissioner
for the Joker.
It's a Commissioner Gordon book.
Absolutely.
Ex-Commissioner, I guess, at this point. But the fact that it's like I love Joker, but like I was really kind of like not expecting this to be that cool because like Joker's really kind of played out. He's been all over the place too much lately. So the fact that this book is about like the hunt for Joker, and it should be called Gordon, but nobody would buy that book, I think.
Gordon, shout out to all of the Bare Naked Ladies fans in the chat. But no, Gordon,
all of you.
It's his antagonist. Like, if anything, I would say akin or even a bigger antagonist than Joker is to Batman. I mean, James Gordon,
on a personal level.
Jim Gordon has like ton of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of beef. Like
Killing Joke was rough. He like stripped him naked and like locked him in a cage at a carnival or whatever. Like there was a lot of bad stuff happened in Killing Joke specifically.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of the PTSD from that.
Sure.
And you're also seeing the incentive that is putting him in a different position than he normally is in. He's actually lined up to possibly financially benefit from achieving this task, which has put him in a position to not be completely honest with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Because he does have Bruce's help to a degree.
Batman does show up sometimes in this book. Joker is like barely in this book, which is kind of interesting. He's in it like in his head.
That's right.
Right? And he's seeing a lot of visions and stuff.
This next one, Nightwing 82.
Nightwing.
The surprise banger this year, man. Really after, I've only read the first, I think this is the third one since the new team.
Right. Yeah, there's been 2 issues of Nightwing released so far, I think. Third one comes out like next week.
Written by Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. And this team is changing this run for the better by the issue. And we have just a great cover here. A great cover with Nightwing. We got his new dog. And I'm forgetting in this moment what they named the dog. I did a whole thing about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Like there's a voting and is it Haley? No, it's not Haley.
Someone's going to hopefully know in the chat. But
help us in the chat right now what the dog's name is, and you will get a
come on.
giveaway.
You're bribing them.
No, I am bribing them. Hey, whatever I want to do,
this is
what we're going to do.
I've never given Nightwing a chance before. And I finally did on the recommendation of several people. Tom Taylor, specifically, is a writer I have not really run into much. But he's really good. He's killing this book right now.
For those of you who don't know, yes, they had someone... they had the community vote on the dog's name. They called it like Bitewing, like a joke.
I have not heard any of this.
And then they put it in there that it's like whatever the dog's name would be. Oh, here it is. It's not Beef. It's definitely not, the name is definitely not Beef. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. No, it's definitely not Beef. I think it's Haley.
Is it Haley?
Is it Haley?
See, we got to verify this, otherwise we're just going to give it to whoever types in Beef.
Here, I have an idea. Well, actually, how about we do this? We're going to continue on, but this right here, we're actually going to find out more. Okay, hold on. Back it up. It is Haley, and we are going to, if it's not Haley, we're going to have to do another giveaway. We'll figure it out. But Brian Sanchez.
Okay, whatever.
Brian Sanchez. There we go. Come on, comic fam. I want to see some congratulations in the chat. We do appreciate you here backing us up. But yeah, they had a vote happen, but that's not what this is about. That's not why we're hyped about this, aside from the...
I forgot the dog was even in the book.
There we go. But we are finding out... Okay, so first off, Alfred has passed away, as we know, and left Dick Grayson his fortune. He's rich. He's richer than Bruce Wayne is right now.
Bruce Wayne, his money is stolen by the Joker.
That's right.
Bruce Wayne's pretty damn poor. Well, for his standards.
That's right. He's used to like living it up, whatever he wants to do. And he's got to balance his budget, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's eating Hot Pockets.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But you know what?
I would actually really like to watch that. Like depressed, poor, broke Batman.
He's just like really upset. He's like, I got to eat a cup of noodles.
Beer belly.
I want some filet mignon and...
Exactly.
Dang, I got to get some of those hot dogs and
Where's my
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Okay, no, but for real though, this run is fantastic, and this is Nightwing figuring out that maybe he could possibly do more for.
That was my favorite part. He's questioned like maybe Bruce Wayne could have done more good for Gotham City with his money instead of dressing up like a weirdo and pouncing on criminals in dark alleys every night. Which is a good point.
The antagonist has ties to more back history on the Flying Graysons, which is his parents who passed away, murdered tragically.
Yeah, this is my first time reading Nightwing, so I'm ready to learn all the old stuff.
Are you saying you're on board, Ryan?
I am. It's Tom Taylor, man. Like, also, we didn't write it down in this book, but consider it a bonus recommendation. Batman the Detective that Tom Taylor is currently working on, I think is my favorite Batman book right now.
Ooh, hot damn.
Bat family related. It's really good.
All right. Well, you know what else is what else Ryan is up for that I was a little surprised about, but I also added to my pull list.
I'm taking a chance.
Suicide Squad, Get Joker #1. And here's the thing. You look at the bottom left of the screen here, it does say Black Label, which is giving, I think, a lot of members the same feeling that you have, Ryan.
I've never read Suicide Squad before either. So like this is a first for me.
Great time to get introduced.
It's going to be a 3-issue, oversized Black Label book. So it's going to be hopefully in the same vein as the Joker, Killer Smile, and Harleen and Batman Damned.
We got Firefly, we got Harley Quinn, we got the Red Hood. That's going to cause a ruckus. And
it's written by Brian Azzarello.
Come on.
He wrote 100 Bullets, which is not one of my favorite comics, unfortunately. But he is a really good crime writer.
A lot of members send in 100 Bullets,
It's not my favorite. I didn't enjoy it. And I know specifically John's Comics Kids is going to get mad at me. That's one of his favorites. I didn't care for it. But this is also drawn by Alex Maleev, who is one of my favorite artists. He did a good Daredevil run with Bendis. He does a lot of work with Bendis, but Alex Maleev is a really good artist.
Okay, the next one right here. All right, you're going to have to just fill me in on this because I'll be real with you, Ryan. I couldn't get into these movies. They weren't scary enough for me. They seemed a little too theatrical, even though it's a movie.
When's the last time you watched them?
Do I need to rewatch them?
I recently rewatched. I've been watching because I'm bagging and boarding comics all day. I have a lot of time to sit down and just watch movies while I'm doing that.
Hell yeah!
I recently rewatched all of the Conjuring stuff. I've never seen any like the Nun and the Annabelle movies and all that. Those are.
Isn't that all part of it?
It's part of it. It's like the MCU. You got like your main Avengers movies, and then you got like weird offshoots.
Well, I'm looking at a cover that says The Conjuring: The Lover.
This is going to tie into the upcoming third Conjuring movie that's coming out in July. It's coming out really soon.
Well, it's Bill S., man. Bill S. on the freaking cover.
Honestly, I'm just down because it's a horror book. Like, how often do you see like horror comics? Well, not often enough.
Not often. That's why we talk about them a lot on the mic. For members who don't know, we are big horror fans. It's one of my passions beyond besides comics. It definitely bleeds into comics. But this right here is taking some of the story from the movies and adapting it into comics in its own unique narrative.
It's going to be like a tie-in to the third movie. So realistically, it can't be. I can't see how this could be that good. But I'm just excited to try it out in the interest of seeing more DC horror books specifically, especially because Hill House was not
Dude, I was let
entirely
down.
what I wanted, you know?
I was let down by that.
I don't want them to just give up on scary comics.
I want to know what the community is reading. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments section. Do us a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. If you're brand new to the community here, we are going to be doing this very often because this is what we do for the
Every
fam.
other Thursday. This show, anyway.
That's right.
You do a lot of other stuff all the time, but I'll be here every other Thursday.